Hello, and welcome to Soul Babes Craft and Creations. I am Louise, and today is Sunday, which in my world it's if it's Sunday. What's if it's? Well, when I was a child and living at home with my parents, we had if it's days. Now, in general, Sunday was definitely not one of them, and it was all based around food. Usually the end of the month, just before my father was getting paid, and we would have if it's days. It would be whatever was available in cupboard, fridge, freezers. If it was there, if it, then it was able to be had for our meals. So it was classed as if it's. I brought that into my channel on for my Sundays because all the other days I have designated segments for. But there are a lot of crafts that aren't in those segments. So I thought, well, if I, if it is something that I have done, then I can put it in my Sunday. So it's a if it's day. Now today I will be doing some um haul, pardon me, some haul showing of from Wool Warehouse and from Temu, plus also something that I was meant to show last week, but I forgot, and it wasn't till well after I had edited and put the video together and put it up on the channel that I suddenly realised I forgot to put that in there. So we will start with that first. In last week's If It's Sunday, I put in about my um craft yourself free um, recordings for 2025. Now, part of that was my resin. What I did include in the figures, but not include in what I was describing and showing, was the resin molds that are what I call drip molds. So rather than wasting any last little bits of resin that's in any of the containers, and now if you bear in mind that Christmas I was doing a lot of different colours, different things for each day. There was 4 colours for each day, and then there was a final pour as well. So there was 5 drips left of each one that would otherwise have gone to waste. So I instead, what I do is I put them in a drip mold, and then when the drip mold is full, I demold it as part of my thing, and then it's something that is unique because it can have absolutely anything, any leftover resin, whether it's been mixed with color or mixed with glitter or mixed with whatever, will end up in it. So I will show what I did with the ones at Christmas. Now, there is one that I won't demold, which is this one, because it's not actually yet finished being demolded, but you can see all the different colours and glitters and everything that's all in there. But I will leave that as it is, and it will be topped up when I return to um, my resin work later this year, and it will be finished off. So that will be one mold that I will be demolding later. But we have we'll start with the first mould that I was using. So this is a rose. It's actually a lid to a pot, which the other part of the pot is this one. But we will show this bit first because this is the first thing that I did. So let's see if I can get into it now. It may not be quite so easy because it's been a month since I finished pouring, and this would have been the earliest part of the month. So it's been quite some time. And sometimes molds get a little bit difficult to they are difficult to open in the first place, and then they get a little bit more difficult as time goes on. But I'm getting an edge. Once I can get an edge and get into it, loosen all the way around, hopefully. Ooh, a bit of an overpour there, stopping it from coming through. So let's go around the other way. Now, I don't, where I've said in the past that I have a reaction to the resin, I don't have a reaction to the resin once it's cured. I have a reaction to it while it's curing, while it's using. Just get that little bit of overpour there. That's better. Get round that now. There's quite a strong lip there of overpour that was stopping the silicone from being able to get loose. Here we go. Let's get round. You get that there? Here we go. That's the first one. That's out of the mould now. And then there we go. So that's just the drips from the first lot. You can see some of them have got the glitters and some of them got the other shapes and things that I used in it. You can see the couple of hearts and things that are there. So that's the lid. So we'll now get the base out. Again, a bit of an edge of over pour. Oh, pardon me. Breakfast is repeating on me. Right, can I get an edge? One bit of an edge. Let's try and see if I can work myself round without catching too much of the overpour, because the problem with an overpour is it can be quite sharp. And yeah, resin cuts are quite not quite things to it's the reason why I put it in all the ones that I sent out of the family and friends that I sent the resin pieces out to Christmas. I put a little note in warning that they do have sharp edges and can be quite difficult. Right, this one is being a lot more difficult to get out. I'm trying to do it without cutting myself. Ow. Once you get over that first edge lip, it's going to be much easier to get to. Right, so there we go. We've managed to get the majority out. There we go. Quite a few clear layers there, but there's quite a few which are, it gives you quite a nice stripy effect. I do like that way, the way that looks. And then you've got all the different petal ends. And then if you put the lid on, there we go. So we have a very unique rose pot. There we go. So that's out of first lot. Now, as I said, there is the big turtle or tortoise that I've done. Put the mould back the way it's supposed to be, ready for the next time to use it. But I also did a little baby one. I can't do the mama one until I finish using it. Till it's finished being filled up. So what I will just do is show the baby one. There we go. So there we go. We have a baby tortoise. And all of it is just done by literally drips that are left over from whatever. I mean, you can see there that most the glitter sank, as it did with the baubles. The glitter sank in it. In that one, the glitter has all sunk to the top of the shell and left the colour underneath. So it looks like it is a shell on top of the body. So I like that, how that's looked. So with that all being done, we now go on to the next step. So I will pause the video and get ourselves set up. Okay, we are back. Now, I will start with the wool warehouse haul. So we have quite a nice big bag here from the wool warehouse. Not yet opened. Now, most of this yarn has been bought for projects in particular, which I will explain as I go through. So let's open up without. Come on. Trying to do it left-handed, and I'm not left-handed, so it doesn't want to do it. Let's see if I can rip through from there. There we go. Right. Excuse all the crinkles. But here we go. So there we go. Let's see in there. some of the yarn. Right, we'll take out the first bag and see what's in it. Right, this is the first bag. Right. Okay, let's see. What did I think I'll do? Get it all out of the bag. I can then put it back into the bag afterwards. Right. Okay, so we'll start with this one, this big one. As you can see, it's called Snug as a Bug. It's Yarn Smith's Special DK. Not Special DK. Yarn Smith's version of the Burnett blanket. Now, I've got this one, specifically this yellow, for my grandson, because he has asked me to make him a sunshine pillow. Can't show you the one that I have made for myself, because one, it needs a damn good clean, but two, it's the other side of the room and I can't get to it right at the moment. But he's seen it, he wants it. He wants me to make him one. Now, his mum has asked me to make one which they can put his last dummy in, because this is the year they want him to give up his dummy in preparation of ready to go to school at the end of this year. So they're trying to get him off his dummies, and so they want a pocket which can then be closed up afterwards to put in his dummy, so that he has it can be then the cushion can be then a comfort for him, because he uses his dummy to comfort, and we need him to stop using the dummy. So that's what this one is. So let me see if I can. Would help if I changed my glasses so that I can read the things, read all the details. So, right. This is Yarn Smith's Snug as a Bug Banana is the colour. And it is 300, each ball is 300 grams, which is 10.5 ounces. They are 150 meters or 164 yards, and it's 100% polyester. It's cool wash, do not bleach, do not iron, low tumble dry, and I think that is do not dry clean. And then it's, can't see very well the hook size. 8mm hook and 8mm needles. And I say the colour is banana. The sunshine yellow was a little bit too orange for my liking, so we went for the banana because it's more yellow. So that's that one. The rest of the colours I'll be using whatever, because for his, that's the bulk of the cushion is the bright yellow, but there will be a face on it, so that will be done with using other yarns, which I have. It only needs little bits of it to do it. All right, then I have Yarn Smith's Create Double Knit. These are 100-gram balls, 3.5 ounces, 290 meters, 317 yards, 100% acrylic. Cool wash, low iron, low tumble dry, do not bleach. Dry clean using pea, and it's 4mm hooks and 4mm needles. Now, These aren't actually for a project. I've got 3 balls of it. These aren't for a project, but they sort of are for a project. I'm still doing my blankets for, uh, hopefully Boggy Creek, but they're whatever, they are going to charity. I'm still making the blankets, but I need my bordering colours and my colours for putting the squares and things together. So, and white is the one main colour that I am using. I will be using a multicolour on one, but most of them will be using white. And I only have 1 and a bit balls left of white, so I needed to get some more. So there we go, 3 balls of white yarn for that. Now then, think all no, not all the rest is all chenille. No, it's not. So let's get out the other bag, because even though there was more colours, more balls in that first bag, get out the other bag, because the other bag has got the rest of the colours that I've got of chenille. Which I've chenille. Right. All the chenille now. It piles up in front of me here. All chenille. Yeah, that's all the chenille. Right. Do then move that there, because that's separate. Okay, I'll put the chenille back into the original bag. So we have quite a few balls of this chenille. Now they're all Yarnsmith's chenille in chunky weight. So a little bit off the thing. Right, each ball is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 100 meters, or 110 yards, 100% polyester. Cool wash, do not iron, do not tumble dry, do not bleach, dry clean using pea, and 6mm hook and needle. Now, the reason why I've got these is because I've decided to join in a make along with Missi from Missi's Yarn for some more, Rainee at the Woolly Yarn Llama shop, and Patricia at the Yarny Cat Crochet. They are doing Wooblin Wednesday, and I'm joining in. Now, I can't get, well, I can get, but they are far too expensive to get the Woobling kits. I can get some of the other cheaper kits, but to be honest, I prefer to just follow normal patterns rather than purchasing a kit for the just to make one item or a couple items out of that kit. I think kits are sometimes just far too expensive to purchase when you can purchase more of the amount of yarn for the cost of the kit. Now, each one of these balls has cost me £2.99, which is about £4, $4, around $4 something. So they're not too bad for about £3 for each ball of yarn. I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 balls of yarn. This was the bulk of my order. And I decided to get all these different colours so that I can choose from these colours to make my equivalents of the Woobles, because part of what they're doing is they're putting free links to free patterns or free tutorials to be able to make something that looks similar to the woobles that they are making in their wooble kits. So I have already made my first 3, which I did the polar bear, the baby dinosaur, and the red cardinal. But the only colours I had at the time of the chenille was white, black, red, and green. So I needed to get some new colours. So, hence the reason why I did quite such a big order. So I have, this is the first colour, and this is primrose yellow. Okay. Our next one was strong blue, which is quite a nice royally type blue. There we go. Then we've got Christmas green. Now that's showing a little bit darker than it actually is, but yeah, that's nice dark green. The other green that I have is a limey green. Then we got sand, so we got sort of a nice tanny type colour. And then we've got strong grey. Now that's showing a little bit more brown than grey, but it is very dark grey. And then we've got, we've got a bit of a leaker. Let's tuck that in so that it's not going to get tangled up. And we've got carrot. Now that's not quite showing up orangey as it is. It's more, it is a much more orange than that, much more reddy orange than that is showing up. Then we've got platinum grey, so we've got a dark grey and a light grey. Leaking a bit. And then we have rust, which is, so we've got the light beigey brown and a darker brown. We have candy floss pink. And we have, so we've had the dark blue, the strong blue. We now have a light blue. Keep finding the end coming loose. So this one is called sky blue. So we got dark blue and light blue. We have, there we go, plum purple. And finally, we have pink berry. So that's sort of a darker pink, but it's not quite showing up the colour that is there. It's much darker red colour than that, which is sort of in between the pink and the purple. So various sets of colours of the chenille. So that's all for Woobling Wednesday Woobles version. Free versions of the Woobles kits. So my next is for another segment, which has been started by Missi over at Missi's Universe and More, and Rainee at the Woolly Llama Shop. All these other channels I will link in the description box below. So another one that they're doing is called Silly Yarny Sisters Socktacular Saturday. Now, I said in my video yesterday that I haven't got stock weight yarn. Most of my yarn that's in the boxes behind me here is either DK weight or um, Aran weight, or as I said, with the chenille and the thing is chunky weight. I have some very fine weight. This here is very fine weight, but they are already set aside for a particular um, patterns, and they are very fine weight. They literally thread, which I'm going to be doing several of them together, running them together to create a thicker yarn. But I haven't got sock weight. The only one that I have equivalent to sock weight is a 4-ply, and I haven't got it to hand right now. Oh, it's piled over there in the corner there. But it's a Yarn Smith's 4-ply baby weight yarn in one colour, which is a pale cream colour. So it's okay as practice. Um, it's not going to be practical for wearing as such, especially with the way that I wear through things like that. It's not going to be practical. But my thought was I can practice doing it and then order some other yarn. Now, when I recorded yesterday's video, I recorded it before I was able to do this order. I did this order after it, and these are what I've chosen to do my next lot of socks in. Now, let's start with this ones. So, again, these are Yarn Smiths. These are new ones from Yarn Smiths, and they're called the Support Act, the blended ones. Now, these are 50-gram balls, which is 1.75 ounces, uh, 200 meters each one, or 219 yards, and they're 50% cotton, 50% acrylic. Now, I have this lovely deep purple, which is actually called plum purple. I have 2 balls of the plum purple, and then I have 1 of sugar plum. So that's my ones that I'm using to do a pair of socks with, because these are my colours. I love this purpley colour. I like deepy purples, and I like aqua blues. So, yeah, I thought I will go quite nicely with those for a pair of socks for myself, because the ones that I'm making using the other ones is going to be for um, I'm gonna make them for my grandson so that he can run around in sort of I will put some kind of thing across the bottoms of them so they becomes like slipper socks for him. So I'm not actually making them for me, I'm making them for him. Right, it says it knits to most 4-ply patterns, so it's equivalent to 4-ply. It doesn't say that it's 4-ply, but it's equivalent to a 4-ply. And it is 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter hook and needle, and uh, mild wash, do not tumble dry, and cool iron. It doesn't say anything else. So that's what I've got as one lot of socks. And then the other, because I wanted one that I could do that was, it wouldn't matter what order the colours came in, it would look jazzy. Let's say that much. So I got, because trying to find ones which were multicolored was a bit difficult. So I got this one. Now that is different. Rainbow. Absolutely. Shock horror rainbow. Now I love rainbow colours. I love most colours. As I said, my favourites is deep purple and aqua blues, but I love every colour. So this is Shapeshi's Container Blue, Container Chrome yarn, chroma yarn. I see any details on it? Right. Um, it is 50-gram ball, 125 meters. Uh, Again, 2.5 to 3.5 millimeter hooks and needles. It's 100% mercerized cotton, and it's 40-degree wash. Do not bleach, do not tumble dry, lay flat to dry, low iron, and um, dry clean using tea. Made in India. Did I say what the other ones were made? Where the others were made? Um, let's see where that one was made. Nothing telling me where that one was made. So this one says they're made in India. Um, and it's the color rainbow. So, and I have 4 balls of it. So hopefully that will be enough to make another pair of socks in jazzy rainbow color. And literally they are short bursts of color. Let's try and see if I can find how short, how long each color is. Uh, Give me the next color on that side. There we go. So we've got, that's the start of the green there. And then that's the start of the blue. So a few stitches, probably about 10 to 15 stitches in for that colour. So in each colour is approximately going to be the same sort of length. So yeah, it's going to be a jazzy. I'm looking forward to using these. Now, whether I use them for crochet or whether I wait till we start doing knitted socks in this silly yarny sisters segment will be a different matter. So anyway, that's my wool warehouse. Next is my Timu one. Now, that's going to be a big one, and I might have to keep stopping and starting. So let me reset myself and we'll get back to it. Okay, I'm back. Now, we'll go over to the Timu orders. Now, this is actually 4 orders. Oh, pardon me. That one came just over a week ago, as far as you're concerned, about 2 weeks ago, because I'm pre-recording this. Um, and then the others came yesterday. So according to in your timing, it will be a week ago. Now, I've pre-opened these purely because a lot of the when they arrived, they were pre-opened, and I wanted to check what was in them. The one that actually arrived a week ago, I opened, and I've already taken out some of the things that were in it purely because they weren't for me, they were for my daughter. So, and they needed to be sent over there last week. So, there's not everything is in my order, and some of them I've already unwrapped out of their plastics. So, let's start with the one that I have already previously opened and looked at. So, in this, most of this is in preparation for next Christmas because I did pretty much enjoy what I did last Christmas, but what I did in December for the channel for December. So, let's try and get it all out so that I can show everything all in one go. Okay, we'll start with these. So, this is all silicone resin molds. So, we have this one here, which, when it's done, excuse all the crinkles, when it's all done, it becomes a little calendar. So, you've got days until Christmas, and then in this one, all the numbers are there. Not sure whether you can see them. If I put something dark behind it, you might see it. Have I got something dark I can put behind it? My tablet. There we go. Oh, come here. Let's show up the numbers. Not very well. Might show them backwards that way. There we go. So that's got all the numbers in it. And then that's the back. And you put it together and it becomes like a bauble. So we got that and that and that. And then the numbers show up in the little star in there. So that's what we've got there. Thought I'd make something similar like that to send out to all my members of my family. So that's that one. And then I got this one. I thought I'd taken all the plastics off, but obviously I haven't. Try and do it as quietly as I possibly can. I've got only one of these. Because I wasn't sure whether I was going to get more. But it's in the shape of a snow globe. And what you do is you make the resin and make it so that it goes over the top there. That becomes the back. And then inside it, you can turn it into a shaker by putting your snow and your water and glycerin fill, cover it with a acetate cover, and then cover it with UV resin or epoxy resin to create it as a snow globe, and then you've got a snow globe. It's a thought that I might do. I might get some more of them to make them for next year. Not yet sure. The other option, which is the reason why I've got 6 of these is, so I've got 6 of this set. Where are you all? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 6 of these. I'll only open one. Now, these are bangles. But I used this idea in previous 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I used this idea to make the bangle, then put the bangle on a flat surface and did a fill on the inside, and then, but only sort of just at the bottom. And then I did a design that was fixed on the inside of the bangle. And then I was going to do like the same idea as the snow globe and create it as a snow globe. So that may be what I might do for next year. We will have to wait and see whether that is the one that I do. But I've got 6 of these so that I can, 6 sets, all the same, so that I can do them, put them all together. And then I've got this one, which I've got 6 of these, which I will definitely probably be doing. I'll open one. Come on. Which are little snowflake stars. Very intricate, so they will be nice and fine looking ones. Again, I've bought 6 of these, so it gives me the opportunity to do something similar to what I did this year, or the Christmas just gone, where I have a set of colours, glitters, whatever else, which will be put into um, an advent calendar type thing, like I did last year. Mix them in and create, and each one will obviously be individual, like last year's. Everyone was individual, had different pictures, different colours. No one was alike. And as I said last year, I have 53. Thought it was 52, but I forgot that one of the families has fairly recently had a little one. So that added another one to my listing. So I now have 53 that I make for every Christmas. So I now have 53 to make. So 53 stars and 53 probably snow globes, whichever round I go through it. And then that'll be one of the parts of the presents. That's as long as I can get back to using my resin. That's the hope. Right. What was the rest of that one? Let's open up, get them all out. I mean, there was some other bits and pieces that was in this. Like I say, they were for my daughter, so there was no need to me to show them. Also, what I did for last Christmas was the diamond art painting decorations. So again, I enjoyed doing that segment. I'm going to do it again, but I won't be doing the same decorations I did last year. I will be doing these. Now, you can't see them very well there, so I will open one, but I have 7 packs of them. Let's open one so I can show you what's in it. Stay. Cute. Don't have a lot of space to manoeuvre at the moment with all these packages around me. But each pack, come on, out. Cute. So each pack has the boat and the wax and the basic pen, the chain links, because they're meant to be as key rings or hanging chains. I have my own other things that I'll be using instead. All the diamond art gems, all the little gems, and all of these stars or snowflakes. So we've got some different types, different colours. So that's that one. Not focusing very well. There we go. And we've got lots of different colours. I'm trying to find one which is the multicolour one. There we go. There's a multicolour one. So there we go. Ones of lots of different colours, different designs. Find most of them are blues, but we've got some like that's a nice purpley colour ones. Then we've got the multicolours, rainbowy ones. There we go, another rainbowy type one. All different. There we go. So that's what I've bought. I've bought all the same. So I won't have the same situation as I had last year, where I didn't buy enough of the same style. So they ended up all being completely different. This year I bought enough of one set so that each pack has 12. I've bought 7 sets. So that's more than enough to do one for everybody and have spares to do maybe something else that might come up in the channel depending on what happens during this year on the channel. You never know. I'm currently at 231 subscribers. Will I reach the goal of my first 1,000? I don't know. Will I reach the goal of maybe even 500? We will see. I would like to be able to get to my first 1,000 and be able to start to be monetized. I know that's a big long way around, and in reality I never started this channel to be monetized. But anyway, let's continue. And then I bought another set. Now this is purely for my son, my youngest. So again, another diamond art set. I'll only show what the diamond arts are. They're trains. He is a total train fanatic. Loves his trains. So I thought I would get him 2 stuck together. Try again. Here we go. He loves his trains. So I thought I would get him ones that I will do as his trains. Anyway, I need to now change over to the next, so be back in a minute. Okay, we're back. Let's continue on. Right, next pack. Well, this is the 4th of the orders. The other 2 have been combined into one package, but I'll open that in a minute because that's a big package and it's a bit more awkward. So let's open this one. Now, I don't know what's in this. I haven't checked them because they literally arrived yesterday and I didn't have a chance to open them yet. So, right. Okay. I think these are beading needles because I used to do a lot of beading and I would like to get back to it. Yes, these are beading needles. So these are very, very fine needles. And they are extra long needles. Some quite long needles. I've got some short ones and long ones. But they're very, very fine needles, specifically to use for doing beading, which may come up in the channel at some point or other. I did have some beading needles, but as time's gone on since the last time I did any beading, they've disappeared. So I don't know where they are. Oh, get my bag back again. Here we go. Put them all back in the bag. Right. I have a couple of these, I do believe. Find them all. One. Don't know what's in there. Right. I think these are just the two sets that I got of these. So they're used as for knitting and the Tunisian crochet hook sets. And it's open. So I've got the blue and I've got the gold. So, and these are basically stopper sets. Stopper sets, and these are double ended, so you can see right the way through it. And you attach one end, have all your stitches on, and then attach the other end of the cable, and then it's they're sealed together so that you can save your stitches so that they don't all fall off or whatever. You don't lose your stitches. So we've got there's two blue, and in that is also extenders and the locking keys for locking them together. So we've got, let's say, the blue and the gold sets, them. Right. I also got some short cables because I haven't got any short cables. I've got mostly long ones. So, and these are mainly because I want to be able to knit socks. I am joining in with this Silly Arnie Sisters, as I explained in the Wool Warehouse haul. So I've got a few sets of these for doing to connect my knitting needle sets to do the socks with. So they're all the same length. I can't remember how. I think they're 16 centimeter, something like that. I know they're all short. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 of them for doing that with. Those in there. Thought I'd got 6, but I can only see 4 in the pack at the moment. Might be hidden otherwise. Right, these are DPNs, various different sizes. DPN is double ended, double pointed knitting needles. Double pointed needles. So, right, what we got. Some of them are trying to come out of the things. There's 5 in each pack. There we go. So we've got 2mm, 2.5mm, 3mm, back in there. Thank you. 3.5mm, 4mm, 4.5mm, and 5mm ones are trying to come out of their pack. Try and get them back in. More persuasive. There we go. And there we go. 5mm. So various different sizes of DPNs. Again, want to learn to knit socks. And this is another way of doing it, is using double pointed needles. So that's what that's for. Right. And then I've got 2 sets of these. Now, there's a lot of loose bits and pieces here, so let's try and not to make a mess everywhere. Thankfully, I'm working on a table here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plastic needles in the set, and looks like 10 stitch markers. You know, these little locking book stitch markers. 3, 6, yeah, 10 of those, and a little pouch. And then in the little pouch, which currently is in a sealed bag, is another version of double pointed needles. Something else in there. Let me try and get that out. That's it. Right. So I have a gauge rule, which has holes in it, and the holes correspond to doing the size needles. So that's that size needle, which is 4.5. 6 might be 6. So it might be a 4mm. It might be 4.5. Say more likely 4mm because that's quite tight. 4mm, 4.5 is loose. So 4.4mm ones. Now I have again, quite a few of them. Now they're all different, and there should be 3 sets of each colour, each size. Again, varying from from 2.5, I think, is the smallest. Either 2mm or 2.5, up to 4.5 or 5. And basically, there's 3 sets of each. They have a short bit of flexibility. Again, this is meant to be for making things like socks and hats. I will, when I get round to doing it properly, I will sort out what colours what, because each one has a different colour thing there, so I'll work out which one is which to each of the sets. But basically, it's another idea for me to help with learning how to knit socks. So these are double pointed knitting needles with a flexibility in the middle. Make it easier for getting round curves. So that's what is in that set. I think that's what's in this set as well, but this one's got an extra thing for putting the container for putting the hooks in, or little bits and pieces in, beads in, whatever. So let's put that back in there. Go on, go back in. Cute. Let's get this all back in the bag so that I can put it in the big bag. Try and do it quickly. I'm trying to do these in less than 15-minute segments, because I found out when I was trying to do the editing of last week's that anything longer than 15 minutes, it won't do the enhancements that I need it to do. So I'm trying to do these in 15-minute segments. So let's do this last one from this package. I can't remember. Oh, these are what are called everlasting pencils. And basically, you got your leads that you put into it, into the ends here. And they're more or less like normal pencils, but instead of them breaking when you're using them, they supposedly stay for you to be able to use them for a lot longer. So I've got a set of black, and then 2 bags of mixed colours. I thought I'd give them a try. I've never used them before. Someone had said to me about them, and I thought, yeah, I've seen them. I'll have a look. It's been a while since I've done some colouring, so you never know. That may be something that comes out on the channel. I have some colouring books, some adult colouring books. We will see. So that's that bag finished. I'll take a pause and we'll get to the next bag. Okay, we're back again. Hopefully, last time. We'll see. But this is a very big bag. I've opened it up already purely because it was going to be easier. So I will just dive in, pull out, and if it's to do with the channel, I'll show you. If it's not to do with the channel, I'll just put it to one side. So let's start. Pick out the first thing that I can try and actually grab it out. Okay, yes, this will be to do with the channel for Christmas. It's a box of 24 boxes going to be used for next Christmas for whichever one of the Advents. Not sure which one it will be used for, but that's one. I do have quite a few, so that's one of them. I'll put that down there for the minute. Right, grab out the next thing. Okay, this isn't particularly for the channel, but I will show you anyway because it's giving me an idea of something I can possibly make later on. Right. It's cold at the moment. Very, very cold. To the extent I've actually got a blanket around me, keeping me warm at the moment because I'm cold. But this is a snood type thing. I don't go out very much. One, because it's too damn bloody cold. But two, mobility is limited. So I thought to myself, I want to this year lose some weight, which may come up in the channel because I'm going to put it as part of my journey this year. So I thought to myself, if I want to start getting out, I'm going to have to get out in whatever weather, whether it's cold or not. So I have got knitted hats and knitted scarves and stuff like that, but they're big and bulky and they drive me potty. I want something I can just put over my head, close up, and keep me nice and snug and warm while I'm out. So, got this. It's soft fur. Whether I'll be able to wear it or not, I don't know. And it's got like a thing to go over my face because that's where I get the cold. It comes from round here, round my face. So I want something that I can cover my face with. And a scarf is just too bulky. So that's something I ordered for that. Right, next. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, this will be for next Christmas. Some little bags for putting the things that I make. The resin and diamond art stuff goes in those next Christmas. There should be a couple of those in here. Right. Trying to find something else I can grab that I can actually pull out of the thing without it falling over. Yep. Again, this is next Christmas. Loads of different headbands. So for each day, you'll see me with a different headband on. Last year, well, this Christmas I just done, I had a different headband for different sections. This is just me playing. Trying to make some fun. Give my channel a bit of fun out of it. Right. Okay. Can I get anything else out without getting these big ones out? Right. That's not for the channel, and I don't want to show it, so that can go over there. Right. I can't grab anything more there. Right. We've got these things. What the hell's in these things? Oh, this is for the channel, but it's not needed to be worried to be shown. These are bubble wrap bags, again, for putting stuff for the resin. I did find that the resin ones, I went through a lot of tissue paper that I shouldn't have gone through because it was basically ripping the tissue paper. So I've got 1, 2, 3 packs of them. Right, what we got next? This will be for the channel. Some coloured wrapping papers for the channel, but nothing special about them. We've got different designs. Right. Okay. Did a jigsaw puzzle this year. This is the one I will do next year. That's what the box is for, so that I can, because this isn't already separated into boxes. I'm going to separate it out into boxes. Right, what we got next? Set of gloves to go with the snood. Again, not really to do with the channel, so put it over there. Right. Yeah, more of those. So that's 2 packs of them. More wrapping papers. More. Yeah, another pack of them. And more of them. Let's see any more. So there's 3 packs of, say, there is different designs. You've got snowmen and reindeers and Santas and whatever else. They're all different designs. So 3 packs of them. And then I've got like 3 different packs of these. So you've got boxes that are already pre-fold. They're just pre-made. I just got to open them up and create them into boxes. So we've got that one. green. We got Santa with red. And we've got mixed different colours. Boxes. They're all mixed colours, whereas these are all beige brown. So I've got 3 different sets. Again, plans next year. Diamond art painting, jigsaw puzzle, resin art, crochet. And we'll see whether that works. What I hope to do, I did enjoy doing it this year, even though it did drain me a bit. But if I plan it out a bit earlier, and that was what the problem part of it was that I didn't plan early enough for me to get it without rushing myself at the end. So there we go. That's plan. Might be a bit better. So that's those. Get what's left in this bag out. Just grab it all if I can. Right, we've got some stickers. We've got some, they're all different coloured stars. We've got some purple hearts, stickers. Again, another set of different coloured stars. We got some snowmen, holographic snowmen, and some rainbows, some rainbow stickers. So just loads of stickers. All right, what's left in these now? 2 packs left. What's left? Right, whether or not this is going to work or not. Bottle opener. Trouble with having arthritic hands now. I have difficulties opening bottles. Whether this is going to work, I don't know. But it was pennies and I thought I'd give it a try. Right, last one here. I've got one other item, but it's not actually for the channel. It's for the grandson. It's a little present for his birthday. Oh, some more stickers. That's what it is. So we've got some Christmas trees and Santa hats. So there we go. Lots of stickers. Not sure what I'm going to be using them on, but I thought time to start having stickers for decorating stuff with. So that's what I've got them for. Right. That is everything opened. So let's just clear this away and then I'll get back to the video. So back in a minute. Okay. Back, and definitely for the last time. So that's everything shown. Now, did I have to get all of it now? No, not really. I could have waited to get some of the Christmas stuff in. But as I found out last year, because I waited to get some of the bits and pieces I needed for the making of the stuff for Christmas, I ran out. Well, I didn't run out of time. I did run out of time, but I didn't. Um, the original plan last year was to start recording at the beginning of November, ready for things to be ready by 1st of December. So record, edit, up on the channel. So that the 1st of December everything would be started okay. Now, although to everybody else, to everybody on the channel that came and saw, everything was done in time for each of the days. In reality, because I had the grandson for the last 2 weeks of November, and I didn't manage to start doing the recordings until, well, that I had grandson the last week of November, and I didn't start doing recordings until the 14th of November instead of earlier. The original plan was to done it earlier. It meant that come the 1st of December, I only had the first couple actually recorded and edited and up on the channel. I was chasing my tail to get everything else done because I had to wait till the grandson went home before I could do any more recordings. So it meant that literally a lot of the videos were being recorded the night before they had to go up. So the plan this year is to start them early enough. So the plan is to get the stuff I need to do this early enough in the year that I can sort it, set it up, and get on with doing it come the 1st of November. So, is that going to work this year? We will see. I've still got bits and pieces to get, certainly to do with the resin stuff. I will have to get more resin in, that's one thing, but I currently have a subscription where I have a thing of resin comes every month anyway, so that's not really a problem. Um, but there'll be things like the glitters and that. I used up most of the glitters that I had from last year because I only bought little small individual pots. So plan will be to get more of the chunkier type glitters. I've got plenty of the fine glitters, but I need to get some more of the chunky glitters and whatever else that I need to get to do the designs with. So, with that being the case, I will obviously have to be purchasing a bit more throughout the year. I can only do a bit at a time because I'm on a budget. So, and I've really sort of overspent my budget just to get this lot this time. But most of this was ordered prior to Christmas. It was just taken some time to come through. The only thing that hadn't been ordered was the warehouse, and that I was waiting to see whether or not I was going to be able to do the order for that and what I needed to order. But with it all being done anyway for today, thank you for watching. I know this is going to have been a long video. I won't know how long until I actually edit and put it all together, but this is going to be a long video. So if you've got this far, well done. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Love and kindness to everyone. Bye for now, and I'll see you all soon.